It is entirely possible that you already know about the Q7. You will have seen one at Waitrose.
With 210 knots.
But this one is different. This one is the SQ7. This is now the most powerful diesel SUV in the world. Under the skin, packed with groundbreaking technology. Under the hood, there's power.
Mission control, we have a go.
And with its ability to transport your entire family and all their luggage across vast distances, this is about as close as you can get to having your own private jet. It was on a runway very much like this that 10 years ago the parent company that make Audi developed an engine that was so powerful it was able to tow a 747 jet along. It was 155 tons, and whilst that's impressive, this engine is a lot more powerful. To put this in perspective, this V8 TDI engine has an amazing 900 Newton meters of torque. That's more than a Lamborghini Aventador. Obviously, it carries 5 or 7, the seats of which are controlled electronically by using these buttons here, which are very nice. And there's also a nice touch here, which is an electronic up and down device if you want to load. And in here, there is a 48-volt battery, which is a world first, and that does some amazing things. And in order to explain that to you, we have to go for a drive. Right, so there is somewhere on the internet a proper explanation of this, but for now, let's just say that the electrical assistance does 2 things. The first is power an air compressor, which means that you're getting 3 turbos, essentially, and not just 2. And that means no turbo lag. The second thing it's doing is powering an electromechanical anti-roll stabilization system. And the result is amazing power and brilliant handling. So 4.7 seconds, 0 to 60, and 435 horsepower. This power is available almost instantly and from no revs, meaning this is a bit like an electric car, only it sounds better. But obviously, because it's an Audi, like most journalists say, it's got numb steering and it's not a driver's car, is it? Wrong, because this SQ7 is fitted with the Sports Driving Dynamics Pack, which includes 2 amazing inventions. The first is rear wheel steering, and the second is the sports differential, which regulates the power going to the rear wheels independently depending on what's going on. Add that to the whole Quattro all-wheel drive system already, and you've got incredible handling from such a large car. In fact, just incredible handling. End of. All that feedback and performance is actually only there when you want it. Ease off the throttle and the SQ7 becomes very soft, quiet and comfortable. This engine has 2 distinct sort of characteristics. The first is a expensive, growling monster underneath you. The second is it's completely imperceptible. And that makes it the best diesel engine I've ever driven. It's amazing. That is it now. I'm selling my 320 diesel. You know, no more 2 litre for me. V8. Space and handling are not an issue then, although the 60,000 mile warranty might be, along with the Bose sound. But I did like this. Okay, so now I am looking for a difficult parking space. But rather than worry about having to maneuver this enormous machine myself, I just press that button. As you're about to see, all you have to do is control the brake, the gears, and the throttle. The car handles the difficult bit, which is the angle. And getting in a space like this is something I would rather not do myself. And for that reason, the self-parking option is one I would select. And that brings me on to the options, because this car started at £70,000, but If you add some bits to it, that changes considerably. So for example, the sports driving pack, which we showed you earlier, £5,700. Then you've got the ceramic brakes at £8,000. Add some more bits on top of that, and you end up with the price of this particular car for £94,650. And I'll just let you think about that for a minute.
I too was surprised at that cost, but actually you don't need all those options, and also things change if you decide to lease one.
Yeah, for instance, I found a deal this morning. I think it was 2,000 something deposit and 750 a month, personal contract hire on the website. There's a link. And for business use, it was even less. The trick, and I don't know why it works this way, it's the thing, is to keep an eye on the website and the car that you want, and watch the deals come through until the price is right for you. But arguably, that's still not much.
Not when you consider this is the SQ7. The prices to lease an ordinary one or an electric one are likely to be cheaper. It's also worth noting that personal leasing was recently described by Channel 4 as being a cheaper and more transparent way of paying for a car today than HP or PCP. Whilst the SQ7 is an amazing thing, what I would like is free autonomous tech, better maps, and a simplified virtual cockpit. However, all those things are on their way. Tax is obviously expensive, as is the servicing. And your friends might say, why didn't you buy a Range Rover? But that might be before they've had a go in it.